Alright, so, okay, am I finally gonna get a stopping place for me to be able to do my Xenoblades rant? Because I really want to. I want to talk about this.
Professor, I have a new mission for your students.
We have received reports that Lord Lonato has rallied troops against the Holy Church of Seros.
I don't think, see, this is the virgin question, this is the Chad question down here. Like, it's like, it's kind of like half of these prompts are just split up between like basic question, stupid question, and like smart question. It's kind of dumb. We're gonna go with Chad question.
Lord Lonato is a minor lord of the kingdom. He's been showing hostility toward the church for some time now.
A vanguard unit from the Knights of Seros is already on its way to his stronghold, Castle Gaspar. Lord Lonato's army is nothing compared to the Knights. It is quite possible the rebellion has already been suppressed.
Even so, I would like for your class to travel with the Knights' rear guard to deal with the aftermath.
War zones are unpredictable. We do not expect you will have cause to battle, but be prepared for the worst.
Excuse me. You sent for me, Lady Rhea?
This is Catherine. She will be leading the Knights whom you will be accompanying.
Nice to meet you. We've heard a lot about you. If you need anything, just ask.
She is one of our bravest knights, and that is no small feat. Only an exceptional few have what it takes to join the Knights of Seros. This mission should prove useful in demonstrating to the students how foolish it would be to ever turn their blades on the church.
Lady Rhea is so evil. Like, it's not even funny. Like, you get the crazy vibes off of her almost immediately from like her dialogue and stuff. Oh, you're curious how Ingrid is doing? Go for a visit. Yes. Support convo. Let's go.
It's the third time this month. Well, that's that. Father never relents. Oh, Professor. Hello. Did you need something?
Chat question.
That is, I was just tossing out something I have no need of. It's important to keep our spaces clean after all. You do well to remember that too, Professor. A clean space makes for a clean mind, or some such. Getting rid of things you have no need for is the first step to managing one's belongings in an economical way.
Oh man, that's funny. Classic cover up. Could you help me tidy my room sometime, or are you the thrifty type? Okay, see, here's the thing. Like, the chat question here is clearly, are you the thrifty type? Like, going into her motive for actually for suddenly being so, thrifty, or so economical. But, like, she kind of is. She's definitely the tightwad, so I don't actually know which is the better response here. I want to press about the note. I definitely want to press. That doesn't press at all. But I feel like this is could generate a negative response. Or we'll go with this.
Does that surprise you? Perhaps it seems ill-befitting someone of noble birth to care about such things. Despite my family's nobility, we've never been particularly wealthy. So my father raised me to be conservative with my resources, paring down when necessary. He also encouraged me to keep my living spaces immaculate, so the two go hand in hand, I suppose.
That's too superfluous. And she said at the beginning of the dialogue that he's unrelenting, so it's probably him. So let's go with the basic response.
Yes, he's a good person. Even when managing our territory used up most of our family's resources, he still went out of his way to ensure my comfort.
What was it you threw out anyway?
Oh, just a scrap of paper. It was already written on, so no good for note-taking. And obviously, I can't use it to clean my lance. So I tossed it. No need to hang on to inconsequential things, you know.
Dig it out of the
Professor,
garbage.
Did you come to check on me for any particular reason? I hope Sylvain and Felix aren't getting into trouble as they tend to do. Oh, well, if there's nothing important, I'll be on my way then. I still have some cleaning to take care of, after all. Talk to you later, Professor.
Nice. Nice. Alright, that was a good support. That was a good support. We got some lore. We got some good old-fashioned lore out of her. Pretty good. Sylvain's birthday. Yeah, sure, why not? It's in our house. Alright, oh, by the way, as far as who I'm going to, like, marry at the end of the game or whatever, I'm thinking Annette right now. That could change. I did Leonie on my first run. And that was alright. That was alright. I don't think post-time skip Ingrid is all that great, honestly. I want to see how post-skip, Annette is. I'm interested. I'm interested. Okay, yeah, these are definitely the weaker options because we definitely need the motivation because we definitely have some skills we gotta learn up on here. Notepad again. Alright, so let's see. I think we will explore. Hopefully I can explore and get my rant. Anything I need to do in here? Probably not. Probably not. Anyway, I don't think I want to spend any more points just yet. Okay, so Xenoblade 2. Okay, I'm gonna get to like... Where can I talk about this? Where's like the best place to talk about this? I'll go to the... Wait, can I pick it up? Oh, that's a lost item. Okay, so I need to recruit a few people. You're one of them.
If you have a moment, I would. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? If you do see anyone getting too close with Flame, please inform me of it at once. If you do...
Alright. Sweet tooth week. Okay, so... I think I just heard fireworks. That was super random. Anyway, it was super random. I don't... That's whack. Anyway, okay. Xenoblade's rant. Because Xenoblade is cool. And I want to talk about it. Bad. Okay, so last night I stayed up. And I finished Xenoblades. I have to admit... When I got to the final boss, my team was not strong enough to beat it on normal, so I had to use casual for the final boss. I know, that sucks, But I wanted to see the ending, and I didn't want to go all the way back to where the last point you can save, because that is a ways back. I probably could have beaten him if I had leveled up about 2 more times. I didn't use casual for the rest of the game. It was just like the one phase in that fight where he summons the smaller enemies. I couldn't get past that. Long story short, I could handle the main boss just fine. I just couldn't deal with the little ones because they did so much damage. It wasn't even funny. I ran Shulk, Dunban, and Ricky pretty much the entire game. So that's not the best team for the final boss, which is I probably could have changed it and won, but I wanted to beat it with those 3 because I basically used them. I used them ever since I got Ricky. In Frontier Village, because it was at that point I was like, okay, Ricky's probably tankier, and then I figured out Ricky wasn't really tankier than Rain, but Dunban was, so I switched in. Okay, anyway, enough about that. Things I want to talk about. The most basic thing to get out of the way first is the combat. Combat in Xeno 1 is so much better than Xeno 2. And I'm going to spend most of this rant just talking about the differences between 1 and 2, because that's like, those are the 2 games I have to compare it to, and honestly, there are a lot of comparisons to be made. Why did they think it was smart in Xeno 2 to only give you 4 arts for the entirety of the game for each character? Because, like, I'm the type of player that sticks with 1 character the whole game. Or I only play as 1 character the whole game. And they kind of remedied that a little bit with Torn and Golden Country, where you could swap between the characters. But it was just, like, 4 arts. And when you have, like, 8, and they all do different things. Like, Break Topple Days is so much more efficient than the Break Topple Launch Smash in Xeno 2. It's so much more efficient, because basically every character, every physical character in the roster can trigger it. And it's so good. I don't know why they thought in Xeno 2 that was good. I like the chain, okay. I liked let me not say I liked the chaining of specials or whatever the arts filled in Xeno 2. Whatever that was, where you chain like the fire 1, water 2, lighting 3 or whatever. Whatever that was way more consistent than chain attacking in Xeno 1. But I liked chain attacking more in Xeno 1, despite how inconsistent it was. It just was so much simpler, and when you got crazy damage, you got super crazy damage. And also, enemies had a lot less hit points, I feel like, in Xeno 1 than 2. I don't know why they made enemies so tanky in Xeno 2, but maybe I was just running a bad team. Because, like, you know, it took like 5 arts, which doesn't take you that long to chain, in Xeno 1 to net you like 60,000 damage. And you would need like a level 3 special to do the same amount of damage in Xeno 2. Like, it's just, I don't get it. Anyway, so combat in Xeno 1 far superior to Xeno 2. That's just like the easiest one to get out of the way right away, because that's just like hands down. Like, they just don't compare. They just don't compare. They really don't. Alright, so with combat out of the way, talk about some characters. Okay, so like, or let's talk about the rest of the game. Let's talk about the rest of the game. The only thing that Xeno 2 has on 1 is comedy. Xeno 2 was a far funnier game than Xeno 1. But that meant it suffered in so many other areas. Like, its writing was so poor. Like, okay, I'll get into the rest of the writing in a minute, but let's talk about the comedy first. I mean, was it Tora? Was that the Nopon's name? And I don't actually remember the Nopon's name. But he was kind of funny. Ish. He was a pervert. You know, it was fine. Well, not that deep, but he was kind of funny. Zeke was hilarious. Zeke was the best written character between both games from a comedic perspective. He was absolutely hilarious. He was a nerd. He had the perfect blade to go with him. He was super forced and super confident, and like with everything he did, perfect. Best comedic character across both titles, hands down. Mithra is a close second, because like her play flirting and stuff, that was funny. That was really funny. Now I understand looking back that a lot of it was just anime tropes. Like I hadn't watched any anime before I played Xeno 2, but I've watched a good bit since playing Xeno 2 because I thought it was funny. But some of the Xeno 2 stuff still stands out to me, even after viewing some anime to like, you know, see if they were tropes or, you know, just to investigate or whatever. So like Mithra was funny. But the rest of the cast, oh my gosh, like Rex is a terrible protagonist. Like, okay. The long story short, before I jump into the rest of this discussion, is that I don't think Xeno 2 is a bad game, nor am I disappointed in it because it serves a different purpose. But I would have been sorely disappointed. No, let me rephrase that. I'm really glad I played Xeno 2 before I played Xeno 1. Because I would have been very disappointed the other way around. Because Xeno 1... Okay, I'll talk about Rex in a minute because that's a part of this main point I want to make. The main point, there's so much purpose given to all the characters in Xeno 1. Like, everyone in the storyline has a reason to be there, adventuring as they are. Shulk and Rain started as revenge, and then they grew up, they developed as characters, like any character should in a good story, and they just wanted to preserve everyone that they love. They hated seeing pain. They wanted to protect everyone, and that was genuinely expressed through their dialogue and like through their actions and stuff. They just wanted to protect everyone. It was just like this camaraderie that they had with all living creatures in like the universe, really. More so, they didn't want anyone to experience the loss that they had. They ended up, you know, getting what they wanted back, but then they wanted to prevent it for everyone else. They had good motives to go out and do what they did. Dunban, you know, he was kind of the opposite. He wanted to go out to protect everyone and to stop the Mechon and all that, but like then his thing turned into revenge, and then he had to grow out of it. So it was like the opposite of Shulk and Ryan, and like he made several turns throughout his character development throughout the whole story, which was fantastic. He was a deep character, but like, why in the world did they go with the direction that they did with I don't know the no pun's name from Xeno 2, but Ricky was so much better than whoever he was. Like, now I played with Ricky the whole time, so I heard a lot more of his dialogue. So to be fair, it's kind of unfair for me to judge Melia and Charla the way I do because I didn't play with them that much. I didn't play with Melia at all. I only played with Charla until I got to Frontier Village, and then I didn't really play with Seven at all. But she's fine. Okay, I can't discuss her. That's kind of a spoiler as it is. Crap. Okay. Anyway, ignore what I said. Anyway, so Ricky, he has okay, he's supposed to come off initially as a comedic character. He's just supposed to be there to be the comedy. And when I first met him, I was thinking, okay, this is what he's gonna be. And then he didn't fulfill that role. I was like, oh man, he's kind of a wash of a character because he's not that funny. It's just like the regular prop humor stuff. Like, he doesn't actually have any witty comebacks or anything like that. But then, in some of the, what are those called? Heart to Hearts with, like, Dunban and, some of the cutscenes later, he turned out to be a really deep and sensitive guy. Like, when, that instance where he stopped to let Melia rest pretending to be hungry himself, and, like, a bunch of his lines about, you know, needing to provide for his family, and, like, he had some dialogue with Dunban that I thought was really good about, like, continuing fighting and stuff, or like protecting his family and all that. Anyway, he turned out to be a family guy. He turned out to be like a really deep character. In fact, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that Ricky was my favorite character from Xeno 1. Like, he just turned out to be so much deeper than what I was gonna give him credit for. I guess I relate to him because he's easygoing, but he also cares a lot about others. And he's a lot stronger than he lets on too. But he was a really good character, and I just wasn't expecting that at all to come from a Nopon. And then, you know, as far as purpose, Charla was interesting for me because I thought all of her reactions and like her behavior be exactly like how a real person would react. She didn't give us the soap opera waterfall of tears over emotional reactions with Gatto and anything that happened in the story. She wasn't over the top. They didn't make her like that. She also wasn't like a Sunder, however you say that word. She wasn't super emotionally out of touch. She wasn't like a tomboy, not really. She was just like a very normal woman. Like, exactly how she should have been written if it was just to portray just a very regular woman, like how they would behave, which I thought was really cool because it's very rare that characters are written in such a realistic way that they really capture the reactions that someone would have to the circumstances she faced, and that was cool to watch, for sure, because like she didn't overreact. She had a very appropriate reaction, but you know, it was cool. It was cool. Hey, Chaos. Glad you could make it. I'm just ranting about Xenoblades right now. So I'll get through this rant in probably like 5 minutes or something. So anyway, yeah, Charlotte was just really cool because she was like super realistic. Which I was super happy with. Now, I didn't like her that much as a character because of the same reason that she was super realistic. She was also very plain. She had good reasons to be there, but she didn't. They weren't that exciting of reasons, honestly. Like, you know, just a stereotypical searching for lost love or whatever. That wasn't interesting to me. I've seen that trope a lot at this point. So I don't know. It just wasn't. Her plight was not interesting to me. Her character was. Alright, Melia. I saw before I played this game that she didn't get enough screen time. And people are right, she didn't. because I really wish that there was more content for her between, like, where would I want it? Like, right around the beginning of Mechonis. Right around there. So that she would have more screen time to grow out of kind of arrogance, independent, stoic, unemotional leader into backline, and then she grows to in the end of the game, pairing backliner, solid rock for everyone else. Like, she grew into this glue for Shulk and Shulk and Seven, you know who, and the rest of the group. She turned into this glue, and I wish she had more screen time to explore that relationship, because although she wasn't the one winning all the battles, she wasn't, but she and Charla served as the glue for the whole group in many regards. They're the glue for many of the relationships in the game, and I wish she had more time, because her character was going in a really interesting direction with some of the events later in the game, with some people close to her and all that, which were really interesting. I haven't played the extra chapters yet, so I don't know if she gets more of a story through there, but from what I've heard, it's pretty short, so I'm just going to kind of judge it off the base game. Anyway, so that covers the main cast. Oh, and, like, Charla, has a reason to be there, lost love, all that. Melia had a good reason to be there, leader of her people. And, like, her reason for being there grew way more important once you got into the really late stages of the game. It was kind of questionable for a while, because, it was just, like, chasing after a love that she might not be able to get. And, that's kind of a weak reason for reasons that I kind of explained with Charla. But her reason became much more apparent later, and that was really cool. Ricky, I think his best reason for being there was just to make sure everyone was okay. Like, he and Dunban were kind of like the parents of the group. And again, that parent role was not something I was expecting out of Ricky at all, but I really enjoyed it. So anyway, all those characters had reasons to be there. There's just not a reason for the characters in Xeno 2 to go through all the trouble that they do, not in the base game. In Torna, every character has a reason to go through it. I'm not going to discuss Torna because I don't remember it that well. 2, it was kind of short, and 3, it was a prequel. So I'm kind of trying to look at both games 1-to-1. I'm looking at Xeno main story for 1 and 2. I'm kind of leaving Torna out of this. Torna adds a lot, so this might not be the fairest comparison, but because I don't remember, because I breezed through Torna, like I got through it in like 20 hours. I did not spend long on that game because I'd already put 150 into Xeno 2. Oh, by the way, I only put 50 into Xeno 1, and I still think it was a far better story than Xeno 2. I put 150 in Xeno 2, if that says anything. So anyway, why was Rex doing what he was doing? Like, he just wanted to go to heaven, pretty much. That was like, what kind of a reason is that? Like, he just wanted to climb the tree just to see what was up there. There was no real reason for him to go. I knew, like, the Titans were dying and all that. Like, that was important, but, like, it was more like he acted like a 10-year-old. He had the goals of a 10-year-old. Or 12-year-old, however old he was. He acted his age, which was disappointing. Honestly, if he's, like, canonically, like, 16, I would be ticked. Because he acts like a 14 or 15-year-old. Maybe younger. I don't know. He just wanted to go to heaven, and bring the waifus with him, pretty much. No, he literally just did whatever the waifus wanted. Along with vaguely trying to solve a world problem. He only showed really strong emotion and really cared about the events going on in the world around him when his waifus were in trouble. Basically. He just... compared to Shulk, Shulk had so much better reasons to progress throughout his struggles like he did. Rex just didn't have those. Anyway, Morag was questionable too. I think she was supposed to serve like the parent role of the group, but she ended up just being really stoic. I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. Chaos, you haven't played Xeno 1 or 2, so everything I'm saying right now is kind of flying over your head. But remember what I say, come back to these videos and rewatch them after you've played the games. They'll make a lot more sense then. I'm going to wrap this rant up pretty soon, because I've said most of what I want to say, because I wanted to talk about the characters in Xeno 2. Anyway, Mora kind of supposed to be the parent, but she just turned out stoic. The only characters I liked from Xeno 2 were Jin, Mithra, and Zeke. Like, yeah. It's just, I think those were the only well-written ones. I think those were the only ones that served their role in the story. And, like, I don't know. Again, not disappointed in Xeno 2. Or I was not disappointed in Xeno 2 when I played it. I am now that I have played Xeno 1. That being said, I might have to go back and rewatch the cutscenes for that game to see the connections, because there were a lot of connections with Xeno 2 that flew over my head because I hadn't played Xeno 1 yet, and now I have to know the lore, because I remember like bits and pieces from like the ending cutscenes of Xeno 1. I was like, ah, crap. Now I gotta know how this connects over to Xeno 2. So, yeah, anyway, long story short, Xeno 1 had a much better story and much better character development than Xeno 2. Xeno 2 was supposed to be a funny game. It served its job as a funny game. It was a very funny game. However, its bleak combat and lack of good story drivers overall led me to like it far less than Xeno 1. Xeno 1 is far superior. Anyway, so that's enough of that. Let's see. Can we need to recruit Bernedetta? Let's get Anna some motivation too. We'll get back to playing this. I think I ranted for about 20 minutes about that, which is honestly about the time I wanted to spend on that. So I think they deserve 20 minutes of the stream.
Great taste.
It's gonna make a great YouTube video.
I love this stuff. Did you know that?
So anyway, Chaos, what did we do? We beat one battle, a chapter 2 battle or whatever, or the month battle, and we talked about some of the units we want to level up. I have like a little sheet here of stuff that I'm doing. And now I'm just exploring the castle to level up people and just kind of progress. Okay, let's see. Everyone has motivation right now. So, oh, Sylvain doesn't. Is there anyone on this? I want to recruit Flame. Having these two at dinner together is hilarious. Because you've got like ladies man and like, how old is Flame? Does anyone know how old Flame is? Like, she can't be like 15 or 16, right? Because I know Elise is 16 in Fates, and she seems like she's around that age. Let me check our group's motivation. So I need Felix and Dimitri to get their motivation up. So let's see. Can we get Felix and Dimitri? I should probably check all of these because they don't show all the characters on the front. The menu. Felix. Got a bunch of Felix. Okay, I could like use some to recruit others. Alright, we'll do this one, and who do I want to recruit? Sethith here? Yeah. Not like an up bonus, but actually, let's try to get a support conversation. We'll do that. Yeah. Okay, to be fair, like, Flame is the huge exception to Three Houses. for the most part, everyone's an appropriate age. I feel like, or at least they look and act like an appropriate age. So it's not as bad as like Fates. Fates was terrible about that. They just had like child units everywhere. Of course, child units were a thing. Well, okay, I don't think I can get one that's up on. Oh wait, yes I can. Felix is in here. Let's just get. We'll get Felix and I don't know, Catherine. Why not Catherine? So after I handle all these meals, I'll go do the choir, and I'll see if there's any quests that I need to do. I need to get Sedith, because I want to recruit him. Sedith, and let's do Ingrid. Why not? We like Ingrid. We like Ingrid.
I appreciate.
Okay. Alright, so that's all taken care of. I don't have to listen to any more meal dialogue. Alright, so how do I get to the map again? R, okay. Oh, fishing pond. Yes. Fish. My trout. Can I fish? Yes. Fishing time. Yes. Got him. Fish one more time. I actually don't need to fish all that much because I'm already at max level for Professor. Just kind of do this for fun. Perfect. Look at the epic fisherman that I am. Pike. Okay, cool. Yeah, and they don't sell for much. I think I'm supposed to go over here. Yeah. Who are you?
What? I desired fresh air.
That was not the most airy way that he could say that. What? I desired fresh air. So bad. That's not like you.
True.
True. Oh my
I have
gosh.
a favor to ask.
Alright. Because we need that battalion guild fast. Yeah. Alright. This is the giant selling out or marketplace. Alright.
No.
Spotted Hilda. I'm not recruiting her. Hi Hilda. Is Anna over here? Nope. Steal that tomato. Not gonna pay for it. Fight me. Okay.
What do you require?
Replenish. Okay. Epic. They're all replenished. Nice.
Thank you.
Okay. Quest complete. We already know about battalions. We need the guildsmith. Or the blacksmith, whatever. Definitely need that. I don't think we need anything from the armor. Ooh. We need intermediate seals. Definitely need those. I don't think I want to carry shields. My units for now. Ooh, wait, I can buy all the seals. Hoggers, let's go. Let's go. I didn't know I could buy all the seals just outright. Nice. We're not going to be stuck waiting for like level ups and stuff. Nice. Okay. We're going to wait because none of my units are at the level any level where they can pass the test yet. So we're going to save our money for now. Ooh, yes, guardsman.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report.
Wholesome boy.
Have you talked with Catherine yet? If the knights are the cream of the crop, she's the cream of the cream. Oh, and that relic of hers. I hear it's nothing short of amazing.
Wholesome guard boy. Wholesome. 100. Alright, let's see. Entrance hall. Yes, we need an introduction to the entrance hall. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I guess he sounds young, but at least he's super wholesome.
Say,
Alright, dining hall, we already been in here. Need to find Bernedetta. I also need to figure out what she likes. Cause I need to recruit her. Hey, Sylvain.
Professor, have you seen Felix around? I swear, as soon as you take your eyes off him, of course.
Isn't it? Oh, quest.
Whispers about Lord Lonato. They say he's a very kind and gentle lord. Why would such a kind man suddenly raise an army? Oh, Professor, you were working late last night, weren't you? You shouldn't overdo it. A ghost might rise up from the well to get you if you stay up too late.
Mercy, okay. Lady Rhea gives off crazy vibes. Like, just listening to her talk and, like, her choice of words, she's definitely crazy. Mercy's like, you're too nice. There's something that you're hiding, and you speak in too high of a tone. Something is the matter. Alright, let's view this quest. Cathedral's counselor to learn the various troubles. I don't think we ever...
We're going on a mission with the knights, right? I wonder if... Oh, sorry, it's nothing. I was just wondering if someone I've been searching for might be among them. Yes. Well, maybe. If he's here, he's probably a knight. Though it's also possible he became a monk.
Cool. Alright, so she's looking for someone. Alright, let's see. Ooh, Dorothea, hi. Do I have any gifts? I don't think I have gifts or flowers or anything like that. Let's look at the map. Ooh, there's a lot of quests on the second floor. Bernedetta. Moss. I don't think I'm gonna recruit Lysithea, although I could be wrong about that. Regardless, if I need to recruit her, I think I can just use points and just get her if I want her. So I'm not that worried about that, because I had her in my last run. Ah, of course, Bernedetta's back in her home. Okay, hang on. We're gonna go bug her. We're gonna go bug her. Come on. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Yeah!
Is someone there?
Yes!
What do you want?
Sure. Nice. Okay, so we got her to... Okay, so we should be able to, get her to support some of our units or whatever, maybe.
Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, we've got a long way to go before we can recruit her, but we had to try. We had to try this week. All right. Yeah, I'm waiting for the opportunity to give her gifts, because we need to give her gifts. Wait, is there support? Here's how Sylvain is doing. Yeah, we got support. Let's go.
You think I'd cheat? On you, baby? Never. Come on. You should know me better than that. You're the only one for me. I swear. Hey, if you don't believe me, well... Oh, I get it. If I'm not your type, do you want me to introduce you to some other guys who have crests? They're all nobles, just like me.
What? That isn't why I'm... You're worse than I thought.
I just want you to be happy. You know, get what you're after. I hate seeing a girl cry, especially one as beautiful as you. So, you know, maybe we... So, Professor, do you enjoy spying on people? You look like you've got something to say, so say it.
Okay, so you broke up with her. Yeah. Alright, do we insult him or do we call him out? I'm feeling more on the call out side rather than just insult him, because it doesn't tell him what he did wrong. I'm gonna go with broke her heart. Do that.
Hey, that was between me and her, not you.
Ooh.
But you know how it is. Most relationships, they end in heartbreak. Anyway, I don't know why she's so upset about me dating other girls. She didn't care before she found out, so why does she care now? I really do hate seeing a girl cry.
Excuse me? What? What was that? Maybe he is just a jerk. I should have just insulted him. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Sylvain, what is this? Alright, let's see. Alright, I feel like passive aggressiveness is the... well, these are both passive aggressive. I'm gonna go with it doesn't seem that way.
I swear it's the truth. My heart's in a million pieces right now. It's just the worst. Well, I figure the best way to mend a broken heart is to head out on the town. Why don't you join me? Who knows? Maybe you'll find love. I mean, I know I will. Calm down, it was only a joke. You've really got no sense of humor, you know that?
Dang. That was savage. Wow. Sylvain, what are you doing? What the heck? Why is he such a jerk? Just why? Yeah, just why? Oh my gosh. Alright, let me look at the map. Oh, we have 2 more supports. Very nice. We're gonna go hit those. I think we've got... Where am I? I need to head down. Head down. Alright, support! Fly away to victory! Yeah, Felix. Let's see, Felix.
I thought I heard someone. Are you here to train?
Let's say... We'll be more relatable if we say yes. That's not that far of a stretch from the truth, I suppose. Let's say yes.
Care to train with me?
Yeah, more
Fighting a sword
relatable.
around alone is boring. And I'm tired of crossing swords with worthless opponents. But you seem like a worthy adversary.
Ooh, okay, so do we humbly accept the compliment, or do we question it? I don't feel like he's one to give compliments much, so I think the humble acceptance is the right call here.
I've always been interested in your technique. You learned from the former captain of the Knights of Seros, and traveled Fodlan fighting as a mercenary. Good sparring partners like you don't grow on trees. But know that I will beat you, and I will surpass your strength. Why? I never really thought about that. I learned to thrust a sword before I learned to write my name. Of course, my upbringing wasn't unique. That's how it is for all children in my country. You're no use if you can't swing a sword, however mighty your crest may be. It was the perfect environment for me. I could live free of stodgy values and virtues. Grow strong so you may live, and live to grow stronger. That's what I was taught.
Interesting line. Alright. Do you have any other? I don't feel like the bottom line is accurate to the character we're developing right now. You remind me of myself. A younger self, maybe. But I don't think Byleth is made that way. Let's go... I mean, he kind of answered the question. These are kind of both bad prompts. Like, we're more relatable if we say you remind me of myself, but that's not accurate to Byleth, I don't feel like. But do you have any other ambitions? He kind of already answered that question. They're kind of... Yeah, they're close in age. I think everyone's close in age. I think Byleth might have a few years on people. Not that much. Like, he might be, like, mid-20s, and everyone else is, like... late teens, early 20s, something like that. They're pretty close. They're pretty close. I think Byleth is a little bit older though. I'm not 100% certain on that. Don't quote me on that. I don't know the lore. Anyway, what do you think for the line? Because I don't think top line he kind of already answered, but bottom he didn't. Yeah, top. All right.
Why should I? Nothing's as important as the pursuit of strength. But that's enough idle chatter. Take out your sword. My mind is emptied of all but the thrill of the challenge.
Okay, now that you said the top, I see another purpose for that line. Now we can, like, sow the idea that maybe there are other ambitions that he should be seeking. Okay, I kind of like that line now. Good choice. Good choice. Epic sword fight commences, but we don't get to see it. I like that choice for the line. Okay, let's go and get over to that reception hall. There we go. Okay, if I go down the hall and to the left. Ooh, wait, I saw collectible. Collectible. Okay. Yeah, there's a... how do we get over there? Okay, I think we can get to it from... Tea Garden? Yeah. Bernedetta. Yeah! Do we get a support level?
Thank you, Lady Bernedetta. I will take my leave.
Oh, good. Bye! Goodbye!
We're one step closer, boys.
Oh, that was awful. Just terrifying. Please don't sneak up on me like that! That lady asked me to show her around. I tried to be polite, but strangers are just so nerve-wracking. Now that you mention it, I think you're right. I don't know if I ever have felt scared around you. I wonder why. You know, Professor, you might be the first person I've been able to speak to normally since I got here, and I have no idea why. I'm happy about it too. When we first started out here, we had to do drills outside. I skipped those every chance I got. It's a terrible idea going out in the forest with all these people you don't even know. Thanks to you, though, I can actually make it through class now. I'm grateful for that. I don't know what I'd do if you weren't here. Sorry. I'm okay. I am okay. I'm doing just fine. I feel safe here, thanks to you. What? You saw that? Why would you see that? You were watching me? That crosses the line, Professor. Singing? Me? Why would I be singing? I'd never be singing. I've never been so humiliated. Useless, worthless, unmarriageable.
That last one. Unmarriageable. Oh my gosh, that's great. That's great. Okay, at first I thought she was being clingy in the middle, but then I kind of realized, okay, mental health problems. I think she has a few. Oh my gosh, unmarriageable. That's a new one to me. That fantastic word choice.